Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Please drop down in the comment section how your Tuesday is treating you. It's your girl Latoya L, and I'm here to host another episode of Behind the Music. And actually, I really shouldn't have said another because this one is our first BTM episode for the season. We are starting season 5 on a high. I'm so excited for today's artist. She's raised in Brampton, and she's taking over. She's taking over Paris. So before we get too carried away, let me just do a proper intro and then invite her on. Okay. Kastille is a singer-songwriter, performer, and content creator who knows how to command attention. From Brampton, Ontario, she grew up with her father and 3 brothers, setting out on her own just at 15. She has worked with top industry mentors and producers, refining her sound while opening for artists like Justine Scott and Trevor Jackson. Beyond music, Kastille has built a strong social media presence with her viral TikTok video surpassing 16 million views and brand partnerships like Shein. With recent releases like this one you're hearing in the background, Can't Be Me, she continues to prove that she's not just an artist, she's a force to be reckoned with. So I'm gonna need all of y'all to drop your favorite emoji in the comment section as we welcome. Even strangers can't see Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm well. Welcome to Behind the Music.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so I was in preparation for today. I was like low-key stalking your YouTube page, and I noticed you advertise yourself as a baddie, as rightfully so.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, what are your 3 golden baddie rules?
Golden body roll. Definitely confidence, number 1. I think anyone's a baddie who just like knows how to just be confident in themselves.
Yeah.
It's like the number 1 thing.
Yeah.
How you carry yourself makes you a baddie, 100%. You can't just be like a baddie's not a bad bitch. It's like how you move, how you speak, how you maneuver, like all that good stuff. And number 3, I would say how you treat people makes you a baddie or not.
And the last one is what, sorry?
How you treat people.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah. That's a great one to include. Yes. Yes. Okay, I love that. I love that. Well, that's a great way to start because, I mean, we love being nice. Everybody loves being nice. But also, I'm really excited to have you. And I feel like your song, Can't Beat Me, also embodies all of those baddie vibes. Can you tell us a little bit about the story behind that song?
Just knowing that you're like one of one, basically. And yeah, just owning that. Again, just back to confidence and just knowing like who you are. It's just like the message of that song, Not forgetting.
Yeah. Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, so in your bio, we mentioned that you left your house at the young age of 15. Based on your comfortability level, can you share with us a little bit of what led up to you leaving your house at such a young age?
Yeah, I feel like I wanted to go up fast, which is not a good thing, but also just like maybe just due to like life circumstances, Ideally, I didn't grow up in the best like environment or situation, and I always just felt like I want to make my own life. I want to make my own rules. So yeah, I was pretty rebellious, and I learned a lot from leaving at that age. But that would just be the main reason, just like life circumstances, and then wanting to also just have the life that I like envisioned in my head come to reality.
Yeah, wow. Good on you for being confident enough to take that step, right?
Yeah.
And during that phase of your life, what did you learn?
Definitely learned how to like survive and just like do things on my own, and just like grow up fast. I don't know, just take responsibility, be mature, take accountability for my actions, learn from mistakes, all the above, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. And so was it before that decision or after that decision you decided to pursue music? At what point did your passion for music evolve and, got
Yeah.
developed?
So my passion for music, I always loved music. Like my dad put me onto music at such a young age, just like all the classical music and like the feel good stuff. I actually didn't know I was going to do music until one time in church, basically like all my cousins and I were part of the choir, And one of the ladies there had made us audition to do solos to see who was going to get the solo. So we all just sang. Mind you, all of my cousins are like amazing singers and like they had learned to sing in church, and I really wasn't that good of a singer. Like, at least I didn't think I was. But I ended up being chosen to do the solo, and then I kind of just fell in love with music. I started performing at church. I started performing in talent shows at school. Like, I kind of just liked being on stage, and I liked that other people liked my voice.
Yeah.
So it gave me the confidence to like do it and pursue it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when people are receptive to your music, it always makes it a lot easier. Hey? So okay, so you were performing it in high school and in university and stuff, but when did you decide to take it seriously?
I would say maybe at like 21 years old, started taking it.
21. Okay. Okay. And was that when you released your first song? Because some of your music dates back to 2019. So,
Yeah, yeah. So like roughly around like 2 years after starting to take music seriously, I released music. So yeah, within the 2 year span.
okay. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. All right. So when you first came out though, you're rapping, you went through this whole like pop auto-tune era, and then you're like a rapper, and like now you're in an R&B. Like, how did your genre, can you take us through a little bit of you discovering your sound? How did it all come about?
So with music is just a creative space, you know? I think just hearing a lot of different kinds of music, I was influenced by different music. Also people who I was working with. So I feel like different people I would work with, sometimes I would create different stuff and I'd be like, oh, I like this as an artist. And then it's just all part of the development and trying to find like what felt like natural and most authentic to me. So I think going through those trials and errors of different genres, I landed back into R&B, like kind of where I started because it just feels right.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it sounds incredible. I would say this is my favorite side of you. Your R&B era is definitely my favorite based on all the music that I listened to so far.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're most welcome. So you mentioned that you were able to work with some people. One of those people is Akil Henry, who is a Canadian producer, but he went on to work with John Legend, 21 Savage, Mary J. Blige, and that's just to name a few. At what point of your career were you able to work with Akil, and what was that experience like?
Shout out to Kale. He is so musically talented and a good person. I actually started working with Kale when he had first gotten started and I had first gotten started. So like those first couple records that I had released that were more on the R&B vibe were with Akil, and we were both just really young and just we were both helping each other grow to where we are today, you know? So basically just the start of both of our careers. Like it was a really amazing moment, and congratulations to him. Like he's done so much amazing things, and I always knew he would be like going on to higher heights for himself for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you bring us into what some of those studio sessions looked like? Do you recall
Studio sessions were like
any stories?
9 a.m. sessions in Pickering with me, Akil, and Richie. Honestly, just food, tea, vibes, conversations, and just creating like organically. We were all roughly around the same age and going through similar things in our lives, and we were always friends first. So I love creating music that just starts from organic like environments and conversations. Those are always the best sessions because it's only going to come out amazing, right? It's authentic. We're all having conversations and it's just relatable. So I miss those days.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's incredible. And you have such a vast music experience. Like you've been able to travel to pursue music, and like you're able to like showcase your voice in so many different places. I'm curious to know, were you ever in a studio for like to be backup vocals or to be a songwriter? Were you ever in that type of scenario?
I've done like studios for songwriting, like getting other people, like pitching songs for people. So I've been able to do demos for some big artists, and just write songs, putting my mind state to be them as an artist, like pretending I was them in the studio, like what would they say? And it's a really cool experience because then you get to be more creative. It's like you don't have to limit yourself to what would you only say. You get to think of them as a brand and them as an artist, and so yeah, it puts you in another bag, and it's definitely really fun. I love songwriting.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you name any of those artists that you got to work with?
Some of the artists I got to work with, I wasn't physically in the studio with them, but I've done like refs for Lotto. I've sent refs for like Glorilla, like people like that. When I was doing some of the rap stuff, I got more opportunities to send demos for those types of genres.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Like that's a big deal. Was that in LA or Miami or
No,
was that in Toronto?
happens in Toronto. Like it really just depends on like the producer getting a situation or someone who's thinking songs or pitching songs that they reach out. Like it can really happen anywhere in any moment. So those times that occurred, it was in Toronto though.
Wow, that's awesome. That's incredible. All right, cool. Well, amongst all of the studios that you've got to visit in Toronto and outside across America, which city have you found the most support in?
Definitely LA.
LA? Yeah.
Creating yeah, the energy's good. I like who I work with out there. Shout out Gels, my go-to guy that I work with out there. I don't know, something about LA. It just we always get magic. Like magic always comes out of LA.
Yeah. And would you say that's the same city that is equally as receptive to your music?
100%. 100%.
Amazing. So when are you going back to LA, girl?
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Okay.
Definitely gonna go back to
That's awesome. Is there a particular highlight, like a particular moment that happened in LA that you can share with us?
Oh my goodness. A particular moment that has happened in LA. Probably when I got a FaceTime from Snoop Dogg. I was in LA when it happened, and basically got a really good co-sign from him, and like he was just giving me so much positive energy and really telling me how much he loves my music, and I wasn't expecting it. So to have someone like Snoop Dogg, who's like an OG in the industry, reach out to me, that was like super dope. I love that experience.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So what can we expect next from you?
So I'm actually working on my first ever body of work. My first single is going to be dropping March 20th, Someone Like You. And it's just a super exciting moment because I haven't dropped an EP through all the years I've been making music. And I feel like I'm in such a good headspace, and I know my message and my brand. And it's just going to be really, really, really dope. And I can't wait for it to come out.
Yes. And do we have a release date or not yet? I'll have to stay tuned.
We're getting there, but we definitely have the songs are like, the songs are there. The songs are there, and now we're just going to lock in that date. But the first single is March 20th.
Okay. Oh, exciting. And it's R&B vibes, like you mentioned earlier, right?
Yeah. All the feel good music, relationship topic, just more confidence and feeling yourself type music. Like, you guys are going to really like it.
I love that. We need more of that in this world, actually. We need more of those reminders. So I cannot wait to listen to it. One last question I have for you. I feel like your vocals have improved extremely since the beginning of your career, since 2019 till now. Can you talk to us a little bit about your vocal development and like what you've been doing over the years?
Yeah, so I have a vocal coach named Falconer here in Toronto, and he is amazing. He's worked with some of the most iconic Toronto people you can think of. And he has taught me just a lot about using your talking voice. A lot of people don't really talk about this, but there's different voices you can use as an artist. Your talking voice is usually like the one that's going to cut through the most. So as prior to making music, I didn't know anything about talking voices, falsetto, soft, whispery. Like I just would just sing, but now I get myself into a headspace of using different tones and just playing with my range and just finding that sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
Also just singing a lot of music. Like I sing every day, maybe like around the house, or I'm listening to music constantly. So I feel like that also just helps, just being in that headspace of just singing and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all paying off. Like like I said, I played your song for my team the other day, and like everyone had goosebumps. I'm like, she's the real deal, y'all. Like, follow her.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's the word. Like,
okay, so it's that time in the episode where we play a game. Are you down to play?
I'm down to play.
Okay. So today's game is called What Would a Baddie Do? Because we have Brampton's baddest baddie right in front of us. So I figured it's only appropriate.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to read out 3 scenarios, And after each one, you just have to let me know what would you do in that scenario.
Okay.
All right, so the first one, it's about relationship drama. So Alex wakes up to see Jordan's phone screen glowing, a message from an unsaved number. Moments later, Jordan quickly leaves the room to take the call and whispers, "I can't talk right now." The next morning, Alex casually asks who called. Jordan shrugs. It's just a work thing. But Alex noticed that Jordan quickly is changing the subject. What would a baddie do?
Ah, baddie. Ooh, okay. Baddies are always going to keep their composure, right? We're never going to do too much. But baddie is going to be observant. So we might just not say anything, but we're going to keep it in the back of our pocket, you know? So we're going to peep things. Like, just be observant, you know? Don't do too much. But if we notice it again, then it might be like something that has to be like addressed. Like, not non-toxically, I might ask to just like see the number. But only if it occurs again. Like the first time, okay, it's fine. Like I'm just gonna keep a watch for it, you know? Calm,
Yeah.
cool, and collective. The classy, calm, cool, and collective.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. Okay, next scenario. It's in a recording studio. So Kadeem plays a fire beat during a late night session. Everyone in the room agrees it's a hit. A week later, he's scrolling on Instagram and freezes. A bigger artist just posted a snippet of that exact same beat. Kadeem knows that only a handful of people had access to it. Someone in the session must have leaked it. What would a baddie do?
This has happened to me before. Oh boy. What would a baddie do? A baddie would. It's hard because it really just. It's hard. It's hard because it's like how much you don't have that much power in that type of situation, right? If other people doing things, I would definitely call the people I work with and just try to get my business sorted. It's music business, right? So just everything needs to be communicated properly
Yes.
and sorted out so things like that don't occur, right? Let's just try to avoid that ever happening again
Yeah.
because our music is valuable to us, right? And when we find beats as artists that we love, like that's like our baby, you know?
Yeah.
So we don't want that to keep occurring. We gotta prevent that. So just prevention. It's that's pretty much what I would think to do.
Okay. Yeah. I like the way you're assessing the situation. You're so right. Okay. So the last one,
Okay.
it's a friendship betrayal scenario. So Tasha confides in her best friend, Layla, about something deeply personal, something no one else knows. A few days later, she overhears two coworkers whispering about the exact thing Tasha told her. Word got out. What would a baddie do?
I'm sorry, I'm cutting off. I'm locking her off first and foremost. And she's not knowing any more of my secrets at all. Honestly, I might not even address it, but it really depends on how I feel that day. If I were to address it, I'm feeling chatty. But if I don't address it and I just stop talking to you, you'll know why. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just lose all access to someone like that. That means I can't trust you. If I can't trust you, we can't be around each
I agree. I would just be like silent. You're out, deleted. Bye.
other. You know what to do.
Goodbye. Okay, so we're almost at the end of this interview. For everyone who's tuning in, shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for dropping comments in the chat. We see y'all. If you have any questions that you would like to ask Kastille right now, please do so. Drop them in the comment section. We'll get them answered. We have one question. Who is your favorite artist right now?
Right now. Oh, I listen to so many artists on the daily. I really like Leon Thomas right now, and I'm loving Odile. It's between those two. Like, just my playlist is stuck on those two right now. Can't get off. And if you guys aren't familiar, you have to look it up like ASAP.
Yeah, we will. We'll have to. Okay. I'm scrolling through the comments just to see if there's anybody else who dropped a question, but I feel like we got everything. Is there anything else you would like to share?
Just if anyone's discouraged ever at any point in their life with what they're doing, just know that there's always a better, like an outcome that's going to be positive if we just keep going. Like anyone who we look up to in any field, whether it be music or stardom or whatever it is, entrepreneurial type people, business people, if they've all started at a place where they probably didn't know what they were doing, or they probably felt discouraged, or they probably felt like maybe they're broke and it's not going to work out for them. It's just feel like if you keep going, there's always going to be like a happy end at the tunnel. So just don't get discouraged in yourself. And remember who you are. Number one thing, confidence will get you really, really far away.
That is the truth. And don't get discouraged by the length of the journey either.
Everyone's journey is different, right? Like there's no date. No one has a date, so you just gotta keep going, honestly.
I love it. Okay, someone else commented, who is your dream collab?
Ooh, dream collab. This is a tough question. Man, dream collab. Probably Beyonce. Definitely Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. You know what? I feel like now is a really good time to manifest that because I feel like she's working with so many people that are not necessarily immediately in her circle, you know? Like she's on the hunt for different folks to collaborate with. So
manifesting that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am manifesting with you for you as well. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of this interview. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well.
For those that don't know, where can they find you and your music?
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Instagram. I reposted my music on Instagram. All the major platforms, honestly. I remember March 20th, I'm dropping Someone Like You. So super exciting about that. Don't miss the date. Don't miss the vibes. You're going to love it.
Yes, definitely stay locked in. If you guys aren't already following her, make sure to give her a follow, and not just on Instagram, but across platforms, even Spotify, even on Apple Music, even on YouTube. Until then, until next episode, I just want to say thank you so much, Kastille, for joining us. And yeah, this is Behind the Music. For everyone that's tuning in, this is Behind the Music. And these are weekly episodes that air at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So give us a follow if you're not following us, and you'll be in the know for our next episode. So thank you everyone for joining, and we'll chat to you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
That's today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more conversations with artists in Canada.